Tim Talen of the Ragwood Refactory, and here's another restoration tip for those of you that are working on your Interstate Cadets. Today we want to talk about all of the woodwork that goes into the cabin area of the fuselage on these Interstates. And this particular airplane is all but ready for cover, so all of the detail items that you have to have in your airplane before you can put fabric on is here on this airplane. And so actually after we get done with this shoot, we'll probably be putting fabric on this fuselage. So let's take a look at some of the factors that we have to get for our woodwork to get in the airplane and be ready before we cover. When you're doing your woodwork for the inside of these Interstate Cadets, you've got three top formers. The top front, which actually goes on the front side of the structure up here, and then your middle former and your rear former back here. And you'll notice that we've got our shoulder harness set up, as I've mentioned in our previous restoration tips, how to get this shoulder harness thing. It's all set up for that. So you have to have those three in there for your headliner attachment. Then the next thing you've got to do is get your windows, your back windows all attached all the way around, and your side pieces for your left window. Typically this left window is a slider. So we have channeled it to get two pieces of plexiglass in there so that this will be a sliding window. And then we call them T-bars for these things. And this one, of course, is notched out so that the throttle linkage here has room to play right in this area right here. And even these up here are more like a dog bone because you've got fabric on the outside of this. And so that was originally trimmed away as you see it up there. Also on the right side, same thing, over the door. And of course we have a door ready for this, but we'll leave that off for the moment. And then this airplane is all set up with the electrical system is pretty well pre-wired in here. And we've got the front floorboard, the two side middle floorboards, and then our rear panel floorboard. And you'll notice down here at the bottom that there's one, two, and the third one that hides back down underneath this floorboard right here. If you can see it right there. There are three pieces of wood that go in the sides, and they're on both sides, and you can see that there are tabs in there to attach that to. These three pieces on both sides and these two side rails back here, one on each side of the baggage compartment area, those are for the upholstery attachment. So that the bottom side panels on your upholstery will attach to these pieces here. And of course when you cover and do your upholstery, your floorboards can come out. So, but that's where the upholstery attaches all the way around the perimeter. And of course your headliner is going to attach to these top pieces. So that's how you've got that. Should have that set up so that you can do your upholstery work. Now, the other thing is to make sure you have it's a lot easier to have your baggage compartment in now than it is after you've covered. So here's the baggage compartment, baggage sling, and there's a piece of wood that runs across the front of this. It's about a 1/2 inch by 1 inch and attached in three places across the front there. And then it's just tied in the corners through the eyelets to hold the bag in place. And that is all there is to the cadet baggage compartment. So as you can see, this particular airplane is all set up with an electrical system. We use the Odyssey battery, and whatever ELT you like to use, we can install those, and we put them right under the front seat because they're right on the center of gravity, and they're still accessible, but out of the way. You don't see them, and typically people can't be interfering with them. So here you go, an Interstate Cadet all ready to cover. It's got all its woodwork, all the wiring, all the cables and things are in for the elevators and the rudders. If you notice, the rudder cables are all in. These are nice 5-tuck splices all ready to go. So that those controls are all in, control cables are all in and ready to go. And in a few minutes, we'll start putting fabric on this little Interstate Cadet.